found her, my addiction. Give me love, give me love, give me all of your time. Baby, what you waiting for? Give me love, give me love.
Hello and welcome to the Indie Tea Talk podcast. I'm Adam, your host for a journey into indie music across the north. Tune in as we explore unique melodies, chat with talented artists and create a space that you can discover your favourite music like never before. Also, if you're new to Indie Tea Talk, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a massive help to us and the amazing artists that we help to support. This week, we are thrilled to be welcoming the electrifying band Dr. Doctor into the studio. Known for their theatrical performances, catchy melodies, heartfelt dedication to mental health awareness, Dr. Doctor has been making waves across the UK and beyond. With their first single hitting Radio 1 and receiving international love from fans in Italy, Germany, and even the US, Dr. Doctor are quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with. Ready to dive into their unique journey, the Jekyll Hyde concept behind the band, and of course some incredible live performances. So please welcome Dr. Doctor to the studio.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
What an amazing intro.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
hey,
it was really good.
One
Do you know what?
take.
they sound pretty good.
A
though.
one taker and all.
Yeah, perfect.
I am absolutely just living the dream.
Unbelievable.
Let's go.
So, you guys have travelled a fair old distance to get here today. How's your drive over been?
We sure have. Adam, I think that's your question.
It started foggy.
It was
and
very
then
foggy.
We nearly crashed into a junction.
Yeah.
And then what was the next one?
The next one was some birds.
Some
It
bird,
was
yeah.
actually pretty beautiful.
Yeah,
They did a little dance.
like a murmuration.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
Oh,
And a duck.
murmuration, yeah.
A duck we nearly hit.
Yeah. And then
And then the big one. We thought it was a rat, but we slowed down because, you know, everyone's important. And as we got closer, it was a chinchilla.
Chinchilla.
It actually was a chinchilla.
Yeah, it wasn't phased. It was middle of the road.
It sat.
I'm sure it turned to look at us and then carried on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
That's impressive. You're the first guest to have officially seen a chinchilla on the way into the studio.
It was pretty wild. And then we drove through.
Yeah, as you get away from Manchester, the place names just get sillier and sillier. So we passed, I think Bishop Wilton was the first
Yep.
silly
No, it's not
name.
too bad, but-
Pocklington. So it's generally sillier and sillier. And then we drove through the lovely village of Wetwang.
Which I
Wet
imagine
Wang,
cheered
yeah.
you right up.
It's probably
really
one of
did,
our
yeah.
favourite places we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, I nearly said where I live then, but I'm not going to say
We're
that.
thinking of going in on a cottage, though, in Wetwang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to avoid the, what was the animal
Pump lane.
area? No, the animal area.
Oh, yeah. So it was a very animal-themed journey in.
Yeah, we had to Google.
We went through an animal disease control zone,
Yeah.
which after seeing a murmuration was quite concerning.
Windows were up,
Yeah.
doors were locked.
Yeah.
Chillers
were
turn the
loose.
like recirculation on the car instead of getting the
Yeah.
air from outside.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God! So tell us a little bit about how Dr. Doctor came together. What inspired the band's forming post-COVID, and how has that kind of shaped your sound and vision?
So, I mean, this is probably one for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it kind of came from, I went through a crazy mental health journey
Right.
through lockdown, and very proud to say that I'm still here and I'm happy I'm still here.
Brilliant.
But there was a time where I didn't want to be, and I'd kind of took away from the project that I stepped away from the project that I was working on at the time, which was going really well, you know, the dream scenario, everything's happening. And then took a break. When I came back, the people I was working with, you know, some of them didn't want to carry on just because, you know, it was a really tough time for everyone. But I'd kind of come through something so difficult that I was like ready to go.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it. Like, I now see it clearly. So it kind of became a passion project for me to explore the things I'd experienced. Really, a lot of it is fiction, but it comes from a place that I can understand now.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of just knew what I wanted it to be, but didn't want to rush it, and I wanted the right people to be involved with the project.
Yeah.
But as my old project, you know, kind of met its end. So did a lot of other talented musicians, unfortunately. And I'm lucky enough that I was out a lot and I met a lot of people. So I kind of just had a look who else had essentially split up and kind of floated the idea, sent a few demos, and luckily for me, all these talented musicians wanted to play. And and then just from there, like the classic get together, write some stuff, and
that's It's so it's such a common theme that a lot of art, a lot of beautiful art, is sort of rooted in quite tragic beginnings.
Definitely.
And I think that it's such a great way to be able to explore the feelings and emotions that you went through at that time from a different perspective, and to fully kind of release that sort of tension of it as well. And it's great to be able to be so open and talking about it as well, because a lot of people find that quite difficult. So yeah, kudos to you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
So your band's concept is also rooted in quite a lot of theatrical sort of elements.
Yeah, for sure.
And you've mentioned, like, while we've been chatting today, about like the Jekyll and Hyde twists of character. Can you explain a little bit more about how that has influenced your music and your live performances particularly?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like everything we do comes from a performance aspect. Like we want we want the visual to look good, we want the sound to sound good, we want it all to be a show, essentially. Like I have a theatre background, a lot of my friends are actors and stuff, and I always think that's so important. Like if people wanted to listen to us, they could listen to us at home. If they come and buy a ticket to watch us, I want to give them a show to watch. And that's just like my opinion on it. It's like what I would like, essentially. So yeah, it's funny. I feel like I've just not answered your question. But,
No.
I don't know why I went on that tangent. But no, we had the name before I had the concept, which was quite weird.
Okay.
So like, it was one of those things where I'd got the name. I was like, yeah, that fits. And then I was like, why does that fit so well? Well, because, and then part of, like I was saying, my mental health journey, I think with my old project, I had a persona and I kind of blurred the lines between myself and the persona. And that's when I started to like lose sight of who I was and always feeling like I'm performing and I had to live up to, hey, I've arrived. When in reality, yeah, I am energetic, I am ADHD. But if I'm on my own, I'm pretty chill, man. Like, and I kind of got pushed into always being on.
Yeah.
And always drinking and always just out, and it wasn't good. But then I realized, well, I still want to do the persona thing, but now it's like, this is why I talk about it so open, because the crazy guy on stage, that's someone else. And then, I've got to be myself when I'm not doing that, because otherwise it's too much pressure on you. So yeah, I'd kind of just had this whole journey and gone, wow, that's quite fitting that we've chose that name and the way we're performing and all that stuff. And yeah, we've only been a band for a year, at most.
Yeah, you've made some quite remarkable steps in a year, though.
Yeah,
right?
I can't lie. We
gained quite a lot of international attention, especially from like Europe.
Yeah, big up Italy, Germany.
Yeah.
Where else? France.
And the US of A.
USA, baby. Yeah, I think,
How does it feel
there
to
will
have
be more.
like such a, have built such an international fan base so quickly?
It's amazing, but I think that's the thing. So, like, I'm not the biggest fan of social media, but I do see its purpose.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because, especially being from Manchester, like, there's definitely a certain expectation or a like of a certain sound.
Yeah.
So being a rock band, like, this is the thing, we're trying to push through the nostalgia, because you do, and a lot of my mates are the same. Like, they want Oasis, Cortinas, that type of band, which we love, but there is other genres.
Of course there is. Yeah,
but then
yeah.
it's so hard to find that audience in Manchester for some reason. Like finding the kind of alt and rock people is proving really difficult. And then it was just really interesting that like Italy was the first place, and yeah, they kind of, I don't know, we just seem to be getting found there and getting a lot of messages. I was using Google Translate a lot, and now I've just had to start saying like I will try and use Google Translate, but you know I can't speak any Italian. So yeah,
Do you have any kind of inclination as to how you got found in like Italy and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
so
Was there a particular moment?
I think again with one of my old projects, one of our songs got picked up over there, and it was on like the A-list radio, rock radio and stuff. So that went kind of wild, and we got like 15,000 Shazams on that in Italy on that one song. So I think a lot of those people have come across with us, but then this band is a lot heavier, which is what they liked.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, and then obviously sponsored ads and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like to test the water and just see, because I was like, Manchester's clearly not having it.
Right.
Like, unfortunately, I mean, there is people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Something wasn't clicking. Let's just say that. And then put out a few feelers, and all of these places were coming back the best, and then it's kind of knocked on from there.
So you mentioned that you kind of you write music for yourself first.
Yes.
How does that approach sort of influence your songwriting? And what do you kind of, in reverse to that, what do you hope the listeners take away from that like quite sort of like cathartic approach where you're trying to vent, or maybe using personal experiences to invoke emotion?
Yeah, I think probably different for us all, but for me, I just take what you want from it.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it'll make you feel something, and like, because that's what music does for me. But I think, again, going back to it, like, if you care too much about what people are going to think, then you start questioning every move you make. And it's like, in reality, I just want to make music that I want to hear and that we enjoy, and that makes us go, oi! Like, when you write a certain riff.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why, like, because like, one of the songs we're going to do today, you probably wouldn't expect from us.
Yeah.
But, like, no offense, guys, we don't care. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Because it's you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a part of you, isn't it? So no, I love it. Right, it's the big question. It's the one that everyone's been tuning in for recently.
Let's go.
You can't stop them. You know, we're getting messages left, right, and centre talking about tea. So we want to know. You've got to tell us if your music was a flavour of tea, what would it be and why?
No, you two can go on this one. What are they drinking, Harry Potter?
Gillyrood.
Gillyrood. Yeah.
Punchy.
I'll let
Something
you
like
two.
cinnamony.
Yeah. Pepper and... What else is a punch?
Chili.
Chili and pepper, yeah. Chili and pepper tea.
Chili pepper pickle.
We got a
Chili
little
pepper tea, yeah.
Chili pepper tea.
Chinchillas.
Yeah.
Chinchilla. Chinchilli.
Chinchilli
Pepper tea.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
Peppermint tea.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit furry.
Does that answer the question?
Not even close.
I'm going to throw one out there.
Go on.
Not all British people drink tea or like tea. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Right.
What's in your mug,
I'm going to
Fred?
get a lot of hate for this.
This is how we get the Italian fans. We
Yeah.
publicly denounce tea,
Yeah.
and the Italians will flock.
Yeah.
No, I personally don't drink tea.
You know, there was so much prospect for this episode.
I'm so sorry, dude.
It's just all gone down the shitter.
I'm so sorry.
I
mate.
like tea. I'll throw that out there.
Thank you.
To be less
I'd
controversial.
distance yourself quickly.
Yeah. I like a berry and hibiscus tea.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Shout out Shibuya.
My favourite
berry
tea
and
is
hibby.
Tony the Tiger.
Hey.
Maybe that's what tea kind of describes you as a band, Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Great.
Yeah.
Something like I think you got it.
Electricity.
Somewhat fruity.
A bit
Fruity and
A
punchy.
bit fruity, but you don't really know what you're getting. Something you're like, oh, that's a bit. Oh no,
mystery
it's-
tea.
Yeah, mystery tea, like Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right. Before we go any further down this rabbit hole,
Yeah.
let's check out one of your first live session. What have
Let's
you got
go.
for us today?
What we're having?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do "Gimme Love." First.
Gimme Love.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. Right. Let's give it a play.
I was coming down in a pickup. She was crying out that she wants some more. 4 doors, blacked out windows. Everybody saw it, it's a cover-up. Fake plastic life. I'm her bitch by design. In the end, she's still the best dressed in a disguise. Yeah, and she's all mine. Give me love, give me love, give me all of your time. Baby, what you waiting for? Give me love, give me love, give me all of your life. Baby, what you waiting for? She was setting fire to a Cadillac. Hot wire stripping right down my back. Taking more names than a midwife has. She's a real animal. All my friends are crying over someone new. I think that I've found her. My addiction. Give me love, give me love, give me all of your time. Baby, what you waiting for? Give me love, give me love, give me all of your life. Oh baby, what you waiting for? Staring at the lights again. Baby, what you waiting for? Staring at the lights again. Yeah. Baby, what you waiting for? Staring at the lights again. Oh, baby, what you waiting for? Staring at the lights again. Baby, what you waiting for?
So your music, it's quite theatrical. It's quite emotional. Can you tell us a little bit about the storytelling elements of your lyrics? How do you sort of balance catchy melodies with a bit more of a deeper theme?
So yeah, I think I'm naturally, I do sway towards the catchy hooks, and I love pop as well as rock, and I think you can't beat a good catchy lyric that sticks in your head. Like, I want people to get annoyed, and you can't see me like
the earworms.
Why is that in my head?
Yeah.
And then the deeper side of it again comes from my own experiences and stories, not stories, but like thoughts and feelings of friends, and like situations that they might have been through. And then I'll never obviously air anyone's things, but that it can provoke a story, or even like something someone will say to me. It just sends me on a little. I like stories.
Have you got a favourite sort of story theme through one of your songs?
I don't know. I think I always tend to go to like the idea of getting lost and being lost,
Right.
and there will come a time when I get away from that.
Yeah.
But at the minute, it does seem to come up a lot in my lyrics.
It's a key theme.
Yeah, I mean, again, that is from personal experience.
Yeah. And it's super relatable, right? Because,
Yeah.
speaking personally, like many a times throughout my life, I felt very lost and not knowing what direction to take, whether it's looking at it from a practical or a passionate sort of
Yeah, for
viewpoint, you know, it's really difficult to make those decisions, and especially like you're asked to make so many big decisions at such a young age. You know, what do you want to do when you come out of school? Like, what do you want to be? Who are you? And you're like, I don't fucking know.
sure. Exactly.
How am I supposed to make that decision so young?
Exactly, mate.
So yeah, no, I think it's one of those themes that can be easily translated into many different aspects, and people can relate a lot with it.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side to that, I guess why I write a lot of fiction and a lot of made up, like Uppercut is like this tale of two people on the run, you know, they've had enough of the world, the system, blah, blah, blah. And I guess I like writing stuff like that for the escapism.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes just to take yourself away. That's why I often prefer it if the lads send me some music.
All right.
Because it'll take, it sounds so weird to say it out loud, but when I listen, it just takes me somewhere straight away.
Uh-huh.
And I'll know whether I've got it or I've not.
Yeah.
Like whether I want to use that. And yeah, like Ritsky did that for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that like a common theme then? So when you're writing new material, you know, you're bouncing it about, and each person's kind of taking it and adding their twist to it, or
no? So it's more they work on, say, if they work on an instrumental and send it me, and like I say, if it clicks, I'll just have it finished. Like I've got to finish it.
Yeah.
So it tends to be pretty quick. Don't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've all been doing this for years now, so we're all in kind of a place where we can send over reasonably polished demos that then you can just get finished, just click with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tommy and James aren't here. But Tommy produces all of our stuff as well.
All right. Okay.
So it's, again, you know, we'll send him something and then he's got a backlog of work. Sorry about that, mate.
So your debut single and the three that followed all hit BBC Radio 1.
Yes.
That must have been an amazing feeling.
It was.
Yeah, I think I'd shit myself if that happened.
It was, do you know what? It's class, and especially with, like I was saying, as a rock band, to get radio and Radio 1.
Radio 1, yeah. That's just not it's not really the platform that it was
for sure
for rock music.
There's I've still got the video somewhere, but there's a video of Alex Holcomb like in the studio doing her reels and stuff, and our tune's on in the background, and she's just dancing.
I think I've
I
seen
shared
that.
it. Yeah. And I was just like, that's class.
Yeah.
Like, let alone like being played was amazing, but see her actually getting hyped.
Yeah,
up.
engaging with it. Like, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what do you think, do you think that's had a big impact on your like on how people have been able to recognise your music then? Did you see a big uptake in listeners, in followers? Like,
it definitely helps. Like, I think this is the problem. Like, it helps people take you seriously.
Yeah,
but like, there's so many amazing musicians out there who have never had any nothing.
Yeah.
But then they've got a tune that's probably your favourite tune.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So yeah, don't get me wrong, it's incredible, but
still a lot of legwork to do.
oh yeah, like it's crazy how much it does help in terms of just being able to say, oh, we got played on Radio 1.
Yeah.
Like 4 times. 4 singles, you know.
Absolutely. So Vultures,
yes.
That's the title track for your upcoming EP.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek into the theme surrounding that? Is it a continuation, or does it delve into some new aspects?
Again, I mean, thinking about it now, it does fit with some of the songs. Kind of are still that story of concussion and this couple going on a mad one, and I guess this could fall into that as well. It's the theme of, you know, I feel like after COVID, when I had finally sorted my head out, I had a lot less friends
Right.
and friends.
Yeah.
And then you kind of find, you see who your proper mates are,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, brilliant. And then I think this one kind of stemmed from that feeling of figuring out I don't actually need
Yeah.
everyone. I just need my close people.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, that's super exciting. So, when can we be looking forward to this drop in? Have you got dates?
That's
in
a
mind,
good
or?
question. We've not got a date, but hopefully
Fairly soon.
within the next few
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's
It's the next one. It's the next one.
Yeah. Is it finished?
It's, as Tommy would say, probably 90%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, the beauty of having Tommy, it could be finished tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've just not seen him yet since he sent the demo. Not demo.
Yeah, and Tommy's 90% is probably most people's
people's,
200%.
yeah.
so-
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a difficult part of it. You know, it's quite a common theme between a lot of musicians is knowing when it's done.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
trying to pick that up and go, because you can, especially nowadays, like we're using digital workstations. Like there isn't a cost of tape. There isn't a you can do one more take and
Yeah.
one more take,
Yeah.
and you can scrutinize it down to the nth degree. And sometimes, which has been a big learning curve for me, is knowing when, like, that's everything I can put into it. Anything now, I'm being silly. I need to walk away from that and start on something else, because otherwise I'd never get anything done.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking on the way here about we need to be more welcoming to fuck ups,
Yeah,
because they make it interesting.
yeah.
And if you did it perfect every time, it kind of gets boring.
Yeah,
Well, it's a little bit like we were talking about live performances,
Mhm.
and your like on stage performances. They're never going to be 100% for everybody.
No.
There's always going to be things that don't land right or whatever, and that's what I love about recording live music like this
Yeah.
for the podcast, is that every single one that we've recorded does have small little errors in it, but it's unique to that individual sort of moment in time.
Exactly.
And in it, you capture that essence, and it's the as long as it's got the energy and the passion, then you can look past those
More energy,
mistakes.
more passion.
Yeah, but you've got to kind of you just got to make sure that you if you're getting that performance where you mean it, people don't actually care about the bits that you fuck up on, because they can see what you're putting into it.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the time, that's why I say I'm not a singer, I'm a performer.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true, because like I sing because I enjoy it, but I'm not Mariah Carey, do you know what I mean? Like, but then can Mariah Carey bark at the mic and not be weird?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see her try.
Yeah.
But
So we've obviously you mentioned that that you've put a lot of your you've spoken a lot about your own personal mental health challenges and things. I think it's a great way to broaden the awareness of people having mental health issues. Do you guys do anything else towards mental health stuff? Have you worked for any charities, or have you done anything like? Have you looked into any things like that?
Yeah, so I've done like bits in the past, and I think it's so important to just like normalize bad mental health, because to be honest, even today, like I don't feel like I'm particularly like I'm articulating how I'm feeling very well, and that's because I'm in a low point,
Right.
like I have been for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like, I don't know, it's weird to talk about. Like I feel emotional right now, but it's important to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, because I think a lot of the time, like, people don't know how to take it, and they don't know what to say back to you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's more just we're just letting you know,
Yeah.
you know, and like if you want to let me know, then I'll listen to you.
100%.
You know what
I
I
think
mean?
the biggest thing that you can do is like you say, is talk about it. And do you know what? Sometimes people say the wrong things, but it's also if you're willing to talk about it, you've got to be willing to listen to people occasionally give you a shit response back.
Yeah.
And but at least they're engaging, and at least they're not shying away from it and like clamming up and
Yeah, for sure.
you know, like
we are actually, sorry, before I forget,
No.
we're doing You Are Not Alone Festival, which is coming up on the
2nd of March.
2nd or 5th. I'm going to say 5th, but you say
I think it's
2nd,
second,
and then we cover
that
it.
weekend. Yeah.
Is it 2nd?
Yeah.
2nd. I told you it was 2nd. Yeah, and that's a guy called Ben Taylor who does a lot for mental health charities, and he started a festival called You Are Not Alone Festival, and you know the title, the name of it says it all. You're not alone, and it's a wicked lineup. We'll be headlining one of the stages, and yeah, like anything we can do. Obviously, we can't always
no
do stuff, and you do feel bad, but again, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
we can only stretch ourselves so far.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's one of them. Another reason I want to get flipping to the top is so I can do more, and I can say this to more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So where
we
can we
try.
find you at this festival? Where is it?
So it's in Stockport.
Stockport.
Stockport, just outside of Manchester. I think, is it? No, it's not classed as Manchester. Greater Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to be their own thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to offend them by saying in Manchester. So yeah, it's in Stockport, and it's a multi-venue thing. We're not too sure where we're playing yet. I actually texted him on the way here, but we know we're headlining one of the stages.
That's about enough information for people to head in the right direction.
Yeah, you are not alone fest on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's reasonably priced, and it's going to be an amazing day.
that's great. Oh, I imagine that a lot of people will be looking forward to that, me included, if I lived a little bit closer.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit closer. Right. So, kind of moving adjacent to that. What else can the UK fan base be expecting from you guys in the next, in the future of this year?
So, we are very much a DIY band, just due to our circumstances. You know, we don't have much money and things like that. So yeah, we're really fortunate that we all just muck in and get things done. But we are trying. We're trying to come to more cities. We're trying to play to more people. You know, especially the people who are saying, "Oh, come to this city, come to this city." Like, we are trying. I promise you, we're trying. We just need a little bit of help, and hopefully, we're going to get it.
Yeah.
So when we can get there, we will be there. Most of our stuff at the minute is northern based.
Yeah.
But there is some London in the works.
Yeah, looking like March for London.
And
Stoke.
Yeah. Basically, just
Cheshire
I'm
together
rubbish.
again?
Yeah, Cheshire.
Yeah, festival.
I'm a bit rubbish at this stuff. I'll just turn up.
Cool. So for those that are looking to try and turn up with you,
Yes.
where might they be looking to find the information on dates and stuff?
Excuse me, I'm just going to blow my nose. If you take this one.
Yeah, so it's all on the Instagram.
It's all on your Instagram.
Yeah, all the dates are up there.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've got a festival lined up in summer. We are looking London, March, April time. Stoke is 25th of April.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything's on the Instagram.
Perfect. Cool. All right then. Let's have another whirl with another one of your live sessions.
Let's go.
What have we got next?
We have got A Dream in Which.
Let's see it now.
How did I fuck it up so bad? I'm so typical, oh so typical. You should know. Why do I feel so lost? When will I ever get off? I'm so typical, oh so typical. You should know. Drunk and lost for words, I'm left cold again 'cause you called me a friend. All you know is how to break my heart. Why do I feel so old? It's been years since I have grown. I'm so typical, oh so typical. Let me go. Drunk and lost for words, I'm left cold again 'cause you called me a friend. All you know is how you broke my heart. But I know that I broke yours in half. I hate myself for that. I woke up from a dream in which I could never die, and I thought, what a life. Another thought I'd die for you, and you know what, I'd probably kill too. What am I even saying? Why do I feel so sad? Why? Drunk and lost for words, I'm left cold again 'cause you called me a friend. All you know is how to break my heart.
So we were just chatting then, and you also mentioned that there's a little bit more of the mental health things that
Yeah.
you're working towards and working on. Do you
Yeah,
wanna
as I
give us a
said,
bit
I'm
of
a bit all over the shop at the minute, but I've remembered now. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, so I'm helping out facilitate some support groups for people within the music industry. It is in Manchester, so sorry if you're not based in that area. But yeah, it's just a place that people can come and just talk with like-minded people about things that might be getting them a bit stressed, and you know, we just support each other.
That's
Support
amazing.
group. So yeah, that's with Headstock and music support, and they also have a load of helplines that you can call, and Shout is one of them as well. So yeah, just check them all out on social media and stuff.
And where are these sessions then?
So they're in different venues every time.
Okay.
So it's like venues that also obviously support the cause and want people to talk. So yeah, Band on the Wall, yes, Lion's Den. I'm missing one, and I'm gonna feel really bad afterwards. Gorilla.
Northern Quarter you did.
I can't remember, but it is on there, and thanks to them all.
That's amazing. And how would anyone find how would they find out where they are?
Yeah, so if you just go on either our social media, I always post about it.
Right.
Shout. Oh no, not Shout. Headstock, which is a charity, and musician support. Again, they'll be posting it as well.
And they put it all on their Instagram accounts.
Yeah, they
and
put it.
You can check out where
So
they are
usually
at which
put
week.
like so for that month, what's available.
Yeah.
And then you just sign up and,
Oh, it's amazing.
and come on down.
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that. 'Cause
Yes,
that's
me
that's
too.
A massively beneficial service that's out there.
For sure. And they're trying to do more. So the more support we can give them, the more support they can give to other people.
100%. Right then, it's time for a couple of quick fire questions.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
who's most likely to fall over on stage?
Fred.
Me.
Has it
Yeah,
happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. I once. Oh, it's quick fire.
No,
Never
go
mind.
on. I'm open to
I
it.
once was stood on the barrier,
Yeah.
holding someone's hand. Felt I was falling back. I thought I can make this. Jumped to the stage. The stage was further than I thought. Tried to dodge the pedal board. Went over on my ankle and fractured it, and had to do the rest of the dates on a little cane, like a sexy old man.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pasta.
Yeah, pasta. Yeah, weirdly.
Pizza.
Pizza and pasta. We're going for an Italian theme.
Italian, baby.
Yeah, it's all in keeping. No wonder they love you over there.
Yeah, we love them.
Who's the biggest diva?
Fred.
I mean, is it?
Of the three of us?
Oh no, of the
Yes.
band.
Oh.
You can still call them out.
Band included, Fred.
I'll take it.
Oh God,
Every band needs a good diva.
absolutely. What's the strangest venue you've ever played at?
Don't know.
A shed in Driffield. Us.
Yeah, bloody. What was it?
We did
Wet
do
Wang.
Wet Wang Social Club.
The village hall in Wet Wang.
Yes.
That was weirdest. I once played a gig in London where we turned up. You know, we're known for being raucous and
Yeah.
and we got told you can't play too loud. And I was like, sorry, like
Who have you booked?
Yeah, like, do you know like what kind of music we make? And they were like, yeah. I was like, all right. The hell?
That's a pretty weird one. to
So
be
yeah,
fair,
for me that was weird situation.
Which member of the band is most likely to accidentally sleep through a gig?
James.
Maybe James.
Definitely
yeah.
James. James is the
What,
nap
you
after
like
sound
sleep?
check kind of guy.
I like sleep. But, no, I'm there.
No, that's true. Yeah,
I'm
James.
snapping
I'll
the
go
bits, man.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree.
James it is. James, perfect.
Maybe not because Tommy would get him up.
James would happily go to sleep after every sound check and wake up for the
That's
gig.
true. Actually. James, we'll go James.
James it is. Do you have any weird pre-gig rituals?
We all just kiss so like passionately.
Tongues?
Obviously.
Yeah. It's not passion without
It's
tongue.
not
You know what
passion
I mean?
without
I
tongue.
said passion, baby.
Fair play. Right. So thanks for that.
You're so
You want to come backstage, don't
I
you?
do, yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Absolutely. Right. Where can people find you? We've already mentioned a little bit about your Instagram. Is that where you're most prolific? Is that where people are going to get most information?
Yeah. It's hard work doing 4 different things.
It's
4 different platforms. Come on, man. I've got a job as well.
all right. So you're on Instagram.
We're on Instagram.
You're on TikTok.
We're on TikTok.
Got YouTube.
But I'm trying. We're on YouTube.
What did you just call me?
Cock.
We're on YouTube, cock.
Fair enough.
We're on YouTube, Wet Wang. Flipping hell.
Hey Fred, what's the go? What do people search?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doctor was taken. DR was taken because it was taken.
That's very informative.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Thank you
A
so
lot
much.
of people have been telling me they thought we were a German doctor called Dr. Wastikan.
Yeah, I've heard that before and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, that is
I
brilliant.
absolutely loved
So we
it.
get a lot of patience.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, just change it. I would.
Dr. Wostican.
Dr. Vostican, we'll see you now.
Oh God.
Yeah, I love it.
So you're also you put a lot of your music out on Spotify. Is it on Apple Music?
Yeah,
and all
Spotify,
the rest of the.
Apple, like everything.
All major music platforms.
Yes.
Boom. That's the
And you
that's the
can-
technical jargon, I think.
You can use
Yeah.
whichever you like, but preferably, please buy people's music.
Yes. So if people wanted to buy said music,
Mm-hmm.
is there a distribution platform that
Hit
they
me
can?
up, baby.
Yeah.
Apple, probably, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple. But again, moving forward, we are going to try and get some physical releases out and stuff. So we'll be able to do that through our page, where if you click on the link in any of our bios, you can get all our merch and see upcoming dates and message us and all that goodness.
Brilliant. Well, that kind of wraps up another episode of Indie Tea Talk.
Let's
Thank
go.
you so much for coming.
Mate, thanks for having us. It's
Chin-chin.
honestly
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. It's obviously I know how far I know how far you've had to travel today, so it's a great privilege for us to be able to host you, and for you guys to put the effort in to get all the way over here. Your live sessions have been absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
So I can't wait for everybody to listen to them and watch them. So yeah, thanks again, and remember you can follow Dr. Doctor on Instagram, which is probably the most prolific area that you're going to be getting your best up-to-date information, and that's Dr. Doctor was taken, all one word. And you can follow us on Instagram as well. That's IndieTeaTalk_. And if you could hit us up on YouTube and subscribe, that would be great. That's kind of the best way to consume all this is, with the video and everything. And every subscriber really does matter to us, because we're wanting to promote as much independent music as we can, and that's the best way that you can help. And it's free; it doesn't cost you a penny. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks again, and until next time, cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Bye.